Hello, everyone. Val with Dragonfly Crystals. This is another Arthur and Val Q&A live for all of you. And Arthur, I looked at your channel, and my goodness, you're almost to 50,000 subscribers, sir.
I was accused of buying subscriptions from people. Like, was I
don't
go to a
think they do
third
that.
party
They
and
don't-
buy subscribers? It's like it's on my fake accounts.
They don't do that anymore. I don't think they
do that.
used to let you buy subscribe. They don't. I don't think they have that anymore. But you can buy them honestly.
It's all.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the truth. That smudging video I put up,
Yeah.
that's hit over 70,000,
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
and the one
Amazing.
about salt in the shoes is about 60.
Oh, wow. So that, I mean, and these are the things that convert to subscribers because they see something that they love and they say, I want more. And they click on that and subscribe to the channel. And I love that.
So I have to keep up doing. I have to make sure I keep on doing the little short ones. In fact, I'm in the studio next Thursday, recording one about. I've been talking about good karma, CARMA, feng shuiing your car, and then some stuff about Neville Goddard technique.
Oh, I love that. I love that. But I like karma.
Spelled CARMA.
It's karma. You know, in Berkeley, I used to work down there, and it's funny. One guy had his car mechanic shop, and it was car mechanic. Car mechanic.
I like it.
I mean, that was so. I never forgot that. It was very clever and cute.
Yeah.
Say. So I appreciated that. But thank you for being here, and everybody's excited. And I starred everything down to 404 Roberta Newvine, and we've already got 10 people starred. So I'm just starring Emily and Helen. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what you have, Arthur, going on your channel. You're doing so many new and great things, new, fresh ideas coming forward. And I love all the new energy. To have almost 50,000 subscribers is saying a lot. For as new as your channel is. And
I don't want to jinx it, but yeah. I mean, I think the first video I put up was like October 2020.
Yes.
That was all guided meditation stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't do a show. The first show I ever did was with Mel in 2023 in March.
It just blew up after.
And then he had cancer. And so then he told Linda about me, and somebody else told Linda about me. And so next thing I knew, I was doing a Zoom call with her. She said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I want you on my show. And that was July of 2023. So I've asked, people ask me, "You going to do a show with Linda?" I asked Linda if we could do one on July 12th. It's a Saturday.
Oh.
It's our 2-year anniversary.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love that. I love that. And it is, I mean, she's like the matriarch of our whole entire community. Let's just face it. We've always looked to Linda G. And, I as well. I'm even a member on her channel.
And she's looked out for all of us.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has. And she's always responded to let us know what's going on. And she's always got her finger on the pulse of everything.
Yeah.
She certainly does help calm things down, which is what she said her guide's mandate was for her. But you also, Arthur, bring such humor to the information you present from your guides, Manny, Mo, and Jack. So it makes it palatable and fun to get some of your insights that are really beautiful.
Well, thank you.
So for those who are watching that are new, this is nice to touch on how all this came about. But, yeah,
And Valerie approached me about doing a show together, and I said sure,
yeah,
and the rest is history.
yes. So,
Now we're doing. I'll plug, and now we're doing each month a 1 hour event.
yes,
It's going to be July 12th, Saturday.
correct.
Oh, after I do with Linda, and then it's for 10 individuals sign up, and we give
Yes,
for an hour, and it's 10 minutes each.
yes, and we have 5 slots still open. If any of you want to sign up, go to dragonflycrystals.store. And the feedback from all the people in our group last month is that they shifted so much just from hearing everyone else's reading and how much it impacted them and the energy that it created, because all of our guides and angels coming in, not to get too, woo woo, but it does create a synergy and a huge, powerful flow of elevated frequencies, and you do come away shifted from it, and from everything everyone's message is from all their guides and angels. It is impacting you as well, because your guides all know this whole group came together. They're all ready to deliver what you all need. In fact, they get together on the other side and say, oh yeah, let's do this. They probably have it all planned.
Is the party line ready?
Exactly right.
Well, they're old. We call it Zoom, but but no, it was a very but it was also meaningful.
It's very meaningful, and
on top of that, thank you everyone for joining. This is such a great community.
It really is.
You really look out for each other.
Yes.
Like I said, I can't walk, talk, read, chat, and read at the same time.
Yeah.
So I do go to the shows afterwards and read, go through the chat itself.
Exactly.
And always talking to each other, encouraging each other. And that really was my heart. You guys are wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. All of you are just spectacular human beings, really supportive of each other. And just briefly, again, I'll touch on the event on July 12th. It's the same kind of thing where you all care so much about each other, and it's this synergy that happens between all of you souls having private information and being vulnerable and asking questions in front of this group of 10 create something very special that's hard to talk about, but deep.
You experience it. You can't really talk about it, but it's an honor.
It is an honor, and it's an honor, and it's very meaningful. So I just wanted to share that with you, because it's not a cold 10 minutes of reading, but everybody said, oh wow, 10 minutes is this long? Because it does feel like it's a long time. You can really literally get all your questions answered.
And it's almost like in that environment.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is going to sound woo-woo.
Okay.
But it's almost like we stop time a little bit and we get all this information out for each individual. It may look like 10 minutes on the clock.
Yes.
But it's more like, I thought they were like 20 minutes.
Yes, I agree with you 100%, because it is like time is standing still as the message. Yes, in a bubble, as the messages are delivered, and everything is given that needs to be given to that person asking. So yeah, I agree 100% with that. And so, I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here today.
Mm-hmm.
It's delightful, and we love reading for you. And toward the end, we'll talk about some things coming up on Arthur's channel that you want to look out for. And one of those things, though, it's coming up July 12th.
Yes.
The Arthur and Linda G show.
And Valerie and...
Oh, and the Valerie and Arthur, Arthur and Valerie. I call it Arthur and Valerie. I give you
first billing.
I give you primary billing. Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to that as well. So everyone, thank you for being here, and we're going to start with Annalise.
Yeah, yeah, she's in Denmark.
Yes, she is. So, and she is
And
usually asleep
Tuesday
now.
is her birthday,
Wow. She,
and it's a
Mhm.
very special birthday for her. So, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
I'd sing, but everybody would hang up from Zoom.
I would sing, but everybody would unsubscribe to me.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So we don't want to go down that road. I know my limitations. So thank you, Annalise, for sharing that I was married for 23 years and a widow 35 years. Is there still a chance of romance coming into my life? A nice man would be very welcome. A happy and crazy old lady. That sounds cute. The guides came right in and said, there is no reason for you to be alone. You definitely can attract in and have companionship, that kind of relationship, that love kind of higher companionship where someone actually sees your soul and it's not just a surface level connection, because you wouldn't be satisfied with anything that was less than that, and you deserve to have that high level connection with someone, and they're out there, and I just gave myself the chills. Arthur.
Someone says I look like an art critic.
Well,
But
you look very sophisticated, may I say, very sophisticated, with the black top, and it does speak of art critic. Well, or Broadway show critic, some or a book critic.
I'm like MAGA. I'm not a critical thinker, but you don't think like me, I'll criticize you.
Oh, that's funny.
But I've read for Annalise, and yes, I've always felt there's companionship in front of her.
Mhm.
And it just, as the old candid camera, when you least expected, you're elected. It's your lucky day.
I
Smile.
love that. I love that. I hear the tune in my head now.
Yeah.
And I got serendipity. I mean, that's what it is. You'll be in the right place at the right moment, and this person will appear. And here it is, happy, happy. But they're telling you one thing: be flexible. They may not look exactly the way your mind imagines them. Let them show up how they show up, and don't discount somebody just because they don't fit your ideal type, because they could be somebody really special for you. Just that's what the universe is saying. Um, yeah, and what the final card just gave me another chill. New life. It's like a new life. It's another era of your life. A chapter opening up.
And she'll be finding also in March, or I think it was March. There's a new publisher coming up for her new
Book.
So she's a wonderful poet, and she sent me some of her stuff. It's books. She's
Well,
also
again,
the one that
chill.
sends me the Marizapan logs for Christmas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really good.
Oh, wow.
Homemade. Also
Wow.
from Denmark.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, that's so exciting. And happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So your last two cards are peace and go the distance. So whatever you're looking toward or bringing in, keep it up, and your life is filled with peace and all good things coming. So look forward to that. And thank you for your question. And Coffee Girl is asking, I hope you are both well. I'm wondering if you can get a message from a young man who died very recently. His mom gave me permission to inquire, and his name is Dallas. So, whether this is right or wrong, when I was reading this message as I was staring at Coffee Girl, I really got that. I don't know why I saw a motorcycle at the crossing over point, and it may or may not be wrong. It might be symbolic of something. But he was saying he felt drained, and he was really lacking that vitality of life for some reason. And he sort of gave me the message that it was planned, that this was his time. He was meant to cross over then. And he had to let go and release uh, things, grudges, feelings he had that warred with him internally while he was here. And he let go of all those things. And so he's letting you also know to do so while you're here, while you're embodied, because then you can feel free and you don't have those burdens. And for some reason, he's also giving me that feeling that there were situations in his life recently before his crossing that felt aggressive, like, attacked either energetically or in some way. And it was part of that catalyst of him crossing. It wasn't the reason, but it also acknowledged he was a sensitive soul. And to be here now, it takes a lot of inner steel, we'll say it like that. So he is letting you know, and he wants his mom to know that he is so at peace, and this was meant for him now, and for her to realize she's been a wonderful mother, and he appreciated that so much. That is his message for her, and to not let her dwell on anything that she may have done right, wrong, or in any way. She was a great mom, and just what he needed, and just what he ordered up when he came in. So please, Coffee Girl, tell his mother that. And thank you for asking, Arthur.
As you were talking, I mean, I feel Dallas was in a dark place for some time, and he's not there anymore.
No, thank goodness.
And I keep on, look, I tell people I'm medium rare.
He's a great psychic medium, everyone. It's just pulling your
I'd rather talk to the living and give the dead a rest.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah.
but no, but Dallas he's in a good spot. He's very happy.
Yeah.
There's something what I keep on hearing is about there was an argument that may have been unresolved.
Yes. And that would be trying to let go of
And
grudges.
that some things were said out of, like we all do, out of anger,
Yeah.
frustration. And what I'm hearing is, in no way did I mean to hurt you.
Yes.
I was hurting.
Yeah.
And that's why I said what I did at that time.
Yes.
But that is all like, he's just showing me like water evaporating. It's gone.
I love that. And it's really all in that message that he had that situation going on, and he was a sensitive soul, and he felt drained and lacking vitality. So there was a lot of that inner angst going on, and it just, he was meant for this short time. And
but it's also meant for everybody else around him
to learn.
Part of this is to learn.
Yes, to learn, to show them, to pass it on. Be kind to everyone. And there are souls who are so sensitive that everyone that can, please be kind to people. Do not, the people that bully, that is insecurity. That is a feeling of striking out where you have to hurt people because you don't feel worthy. So look at that kind of energy and understand it. It's a tough one. So Anyway, Coffee Girl, thank you for asking about Dallas, and I hope that helps you and his mom. And Emily is asking, "Hi, Arthur and Val. What message do you have for me?" So, a general message.
Get some more sleep. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay. And
Also, it seems like you're worrying about. I'm seeing you sign paperwork or documents. We are coming into a Mercury retrograde in July. In July, so if you can sign this stuff before the retrograde, it's good. But after the retrograde, is just as well. After August 11th, I think it is.
yeah.
So don't worry about the contract or whatever this paperwork is. Just make sure that you read it thoroughly. That's what I'm hearing. And also get more sleep because you're worrying about stuff. You're not moving right now. You're not doing anything. You've got some more. You got some Jerry Springer people around you. I would say family. So just because they say stuff, walk away from them. You don't have to be part of it. We make our own family.
I love that message. Thank you, Arthur. And Emily, I totally agree with that. But what I saw and heard as I saw you in the sunlight, it's like you have this exercise schedule. I see a calendar and a schedule, and that's what the guides showed me. But for some reason, you're just on this autopilot instead of really looking at what it is you want to accomplish. You're on this schedule that just points you in a direction without consciously going, well, what am I bringing in? What am I creating? What am I? And what came up is review your responsibilities. So your responsibilities to yourself and to everyone else, and align yourself with what you discover that your heart is really calling you to do. This is a primary thing that's going on with you. You've got the schedule. You're bright and shiny. You've got the calendar out. You got everything on the dates, but it's like an empty movement because there's no intentionality behind all this powerful manifestation you want to bring in. So when you align yourself by reviewing your responsibilities, because not all of them are yours, then you start narrowing your focus down on what is your heart's desire to bring in for yourself. And this is what your guides and angels are saying. There is a great central sun. I mean, today, the summer solstice, you can't get a better day for this. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success for you. You are going to have fleeting memories of Atlantis, which we all seem to be having. Lemuria and Atlantis, it's coming up. The civilizations that really touch the energy now of what is happening. It's a cycle, cycling through again so we can get it right. So the divine matrix, this is you hooking back up to the cosmic blueprint, not the 3D matrix, but the cosmic blueprint of who you are with upgrades. So I think that's a fantastic collection of information from your guides and angels. So thank you, Emily. And so S. Steele, which hobby should I pursue that would be likely to offer me the most joy and financial help? Currently, I'm interested in sewing, writing, photography, metaphysical work, and metal smithing. Ooh, I like all of those. Why limit yourself? But
Exactly.
I think all those are all fun.
The thing is, when we follow our bliss and take a leap of faith, you're not doing it for financial help. You're doing it for your soul. And then everything else falls into place.
I couldn't say it better than that. That's exactly right. And for us,
do each one of these, but do each one to your heart's content. You don't have to just narrow it down to one. Because then you can sew something, write about sewing it, then take a photograph of what you just sewed, and then talk to spirits about it, and then make jewelry out of it. So you can do it all at one time.
I think that's beautiful. And S. Steele, this is what your guides are saying. Break through from any box you have put yourself in. As far as picking one thing, or there's something about your mind is so busy. It's flitting around like a bumblebee. And you have to break free from that ego mind to really settle into your heart center and feel what feels great to do right now.
Mhm.
And then what happens is, and I mean break free, it's a card. And you're going to receive the remuneration, the accolades from your love of what you do. It happens, it comes. And you're going to release everything that doesn't fit, but also release your gifts into the world and let them be received by others. This is what's coming up, because this will allow you to soar. It's that flow. And right now, I feel a lot of chaotic energy in your mind, which a lot of people are having. Stop watching the news. Focus on your heart. And if you get up one day and say, oh man, I want to sew, or I feel like writing, there's something I want to do. Or maybe later in the day, you see things that you want to photograph. It all fits in your day. You can do all of those things. But what you want to do is still the mind and get clarity. And you do that by going inside, whether you call that meditation, walking through the forest, however you align yourself with that still, quiet place, because that's where you hear your inner voice. So I hope that helps you.
Also, I always do a shameless plug. Sorry, guys. But I have on my YouTube channel some guided meditations. And there's one called Unleash Your Creativity.
I love this.
Because people, when they think of creativity, of like it's the arts, it's dancing, it's music. Creativity is whatever works for you.
Whatever's flowing in, it could be a scientific project. And this information is downloading. That's creative flow.
Yeah,
right?
like I had a client, she's asking about her son. I said, he's a writer. She says, no, he doesn't. He's not a writer. I said, what does he do? He writes he writes code for computer games. I'm like, he's writing.
How creative could you? I mean, that is so on spot on.
But it's like I always tell a story. When I was doing this one radio show, they asked me, who's the most creative person you ever met in Hollywood? The guy that does my taxes. Money's
Good answer. Yes.
Yeah, numbers are creative.
I mean,
they get you in trouble or out of trouble.
But you're absolutely right. I love that. I love that. It's another way to look at things kind of out of the box. So I hope that helps us, Steele, even though we're not picking something for you, because that's for your heart.
That's for you to decide. And the thing is, in the course of your life, you're going to do all of them.
Yes.
So
there you are. And if you do a little of one thing and a little in one thing and then a lot of another thing, those other things you just did a little, they'll stick with you. And then when it's time for them to be the main topic, it'll come up into your awareness and your feeling about what you want to bring forward. So,
and also when we're writing, we're painting, you're doing photography, all of a sudden that's when you start hearing, you're in that bliss, you're connected to your higher self, and all of a sudden you start hearing the guides and you start being directed to do other things. So that's the metaphysical work. It's the flow of the universe, and you open right up for that channel. And I totally love that for you. You're extremely creative. Yeah. And Anya is saying we're creeping up on hurricane season again. What is WNC in store for Western North Carolina in store for this year? Still massive repairs needed for a landslide in my subdivision from Helene last year. Will we have to flee? Oh man, there's going to be some tough ones coming, Anya. They're just showing me visions of it. It's there's going to be flooding. Yeah. and there's not going to be FEMA money.
No.
You yourself, will you have to flee?
Hmm.
You might. I'm going to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I'm getting
Yeah.
rest on it, but I don't see it where all of a sudden you're on the roof and they have to come by with a helicopter and get
Yeah.
you.
Not that bad. Yeah.
Or you're on the second floor getting into a boat
Yeah.
because the water's so high.
Hmm.
But it's just what I'm hearing is, if possible, your property, your house, the flow of water.
Hmm.
They're saying sandbags. Get some sand. They just said sandbags.
Oh.
So that may, whatever that means, take it for what it's worth.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah, I totally agree. I hope that helps you, Anya, but they really are saying, when they say set your boundaries in this setting, they're saying get your ducks in a row and be prepared. Be prepared for what might be headed your way. And yeah, just flow with the rhythm of what is happening. Don't let any kind of fear get involved, but be prepared, and things should be okay. So thank you for your question, Anya. And we're going to Pooja Gupta, who is asking, Val and Arthur, would like a message for my new jobs and career. Thank you. Okay.
It feels like, I don't know, you've been disillusioned since April and May around work or something. It seems like, I don't know if where you're at now is like a bait and switch and you want to get out of there. But that's the feeling I'm getting. What I get here is I'm getting more towards the end of the year, some shifts around you. I'm also getting some about October. I don't know if you're a contractor or what that means, but there may be a renewal around October, or you're talking about renewal in October and it doesn't take place until the end of the year, but you're moving forward with it. And it's what you want to do. It's not just a job, it's an opportunity, it's career. And going back to the other question you had, it also gives you a chance to be more creative because you've been working with your hand tied behind your back with a
Mhm.
lot of micromanagers, and that's not going to happen in the future for you. That's
I love that. I love that. And they're really talking about being brave and branching out. There's a strategy here involved in what you're bringing forward. This bravery could be about you stepping even more out on your own, but really developing a step by step plan to reach the next level of where you want to go. Um, they're talking about a lot of abundance coming in for you, but step back, take a step back and really look at what's going on and pay attention. Um, and some of your jobs may feel, not so comfortable, like it doesn't really the people you have to work around may not be the best and for you energetically as far as resonating, but you have the power to manifest everything that you want, and there is a lot of divine guidance coming in for you now. And so this is what they are saying. Even if your job isn't glamorous, at least you are getting a leg up for the future. This movement, this momentum and progress you're making to overcome any obstacles in your path are going to give you big leaps and bounds forward. It will show up as you go from one job to another, and all of a sudden you're elevated in some way. You'll feel it energetically. You'll be respected more. Your information will be paid attention to in a bigger way. You'll be appreciated more. There's a lot of things in that way that are going to start drawing better and better opportunities to you. So you have a lot of abundance, and but ground all this in with an intentionality. Um, the strategy they spoke of, create a little template of what your manifestation would look like for yourself in your career. And I'm not just there saying strategy. So, just to show you. So I hope that helps, Pooja.
I just have one more thing, because when you were talking, I heard something else.
What's that?
You already have a job that you have to focus on, and that's being human and allowing yourself to be human.
Yes.
Not a machine.
You're not a machine. And that's why they're talking about your guidance and manifesting. You're a spiritual being. Connect with your guides and angels. They're giving you messages. They're trying to talk to you. Yeah. And that's the internal life. Mm-hmm. While you still have the external, you need to really tune in. That's that manifesting from the heart and bringing in what you want. So
don't forget, and this is for everyone.
Yes.
If we chase after something, we don't get it.
That's right.
You
push it further away by the. Just.
So I always say, how do you catch a butterfly?
Yeah.
You stand still.
Yes.
And if it's supposed to come your way, it comes your way. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that doesn't mean you just sit there. It's like the girl that said to me, "Am I going to date anybody?" I was like, "You never leave the house. You have to date. You know, you're going to probably the UPS man, and he's gay."
Good point.
So you have to still put it out there.
Yes, but then you have to take action to get in.
To get there.
Yes, to get there. That is one element of manifestation. So there's responsibility involved in
but
that.
Also see it done. This is for everyone. See it done. It's the law of assumption.
You know, Arthur has a lot of meditation. What do we call them now?
Meditation. Guided meditation.
Meditation videos. I don't know what to call it.
They're either videos or they're also audios. But
audios, yes.
Success and abundance while sleeping.
There you go.
Or fresh start, or both.
Yes. And be open to what comes into your mind after those. Be open to what doors are opening for you as you finish up, and listen to those, because things will flit into your awareness. Pay attention and write these things down, because they will be meaningful. So Pooja Gupta, thank you for your question. And Emily is asking, Arthur and Val, what message do you have for me? Did we already do that? Yes, we did that. Okay. I was just going back up because I missed a few people, and I was going back up. Okay. And I got Anya, and Mr. Felix is asking about Oates, his cat that passed away while he was out of town caring for his mother. And does he have any messages for me and his big brother Hall? And I tuned in as I was starting this early on, and he says, to you, I'm writing this down. Oates says, tell Daddy I'm well. Hall sees me when I visit. He misses me in a physical form, and so does Daddy. That's what he's telling me. He's calling you Daddy. It's so cute. I just melted. But yeah, I have to tune back in to see if he has anything more.
What I just picked up was, don't be upset that you were not with me when I passed, basically. Mm-hmm. I did not want you to see me pass.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
I didn't want you having that image. Like you were helpless. And something about, did you scratch your ears? Something about an ear. I don't know what that means. But anyway.
Maybe you scratched Oates' ear. Maybe Mr. Felix scratched Oates' ears and loved it.
Yeah, he visits you. He's going to visit you.
He does. He's saying he checks. I mean, he checks in with you. He wants to know how much he values the connection he had with you. This is about the worth of that relationship and how you cared for him. And he knew how much you loved him. Absolutely 100%. And he knows right now because he does come a lot. And he wants you to just, this is how he's feeling. And this is how he wants you to feel.
Cool.
Like you can soar. Because he is just feels good. His body feels good. He's so much better off in his energy body than he would have been continuing on. And he wants to thank you for everything. He really cherishes you. So just know that. And his brother, because he goes and visits to make sure his brother in Hall sees him. There's still that missing of the physical form that you can't really hug, and the energetic form. Yeah. So thank you for your question, Mr.
That's
Field.
what smashing your pillows up at night is for. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah.
And Kathy, hi guys, any message for me from my guides? Okay. Oh, right away, Kathy, they're saying she's a channeler. This is what they're saying. She's a channeler and she can work with people. They're saying it right now. And there's so much more you can do. I don't know what you do for a living, or if you're retired, but apparently you've got a whole bunch of gifts. And yeah, and you have a lot of wisdom to share. And there's an angelic connection for you. I feel a very strong archangel connection. They work with you and through you. A lot of things you do for people are called for by the angels who point you in the right direction, and you go and do it, and you don't know why, but you're just doing it to help people in some way. Always know, though, I see so much sunlight around you, and I see really beautiful things coming forward for you. But always know that your downtime and your self-nurturing are of utmost importance to continue that work, because more people are going to want your attention and your time. And at some point you have to have days where you set aside for that, and you have to have days for yourself, not just hours, days to regenerate. And so there's a lot coming forward for you. That's what they're telling me, Kath. Arthur.
He says, I'm a stay-at-home great-grandmother.
You have a lot of gifts that you can share now, because they really love when you're all settled in and now your second career is happening. It's the spiritual on-stage career. And
but also what they're saying is remember to have boundaries.
You have to have the boundaries. And the boundaries help you take care of yourself.
It's a selfless act to take care of oneself.
Yes, it is.
So that you're there to help others. And listen to, I have on the playlist, Healing the Inner Child.
Oh, I love that.
I feel that because your inner child wants to play more.
Your inner child wants to play more, but also your inner child wants you to believe the impossible. Mm-hmm. Because it's really everything is that we think, oh, is that made up? No.
You didn't think you were going to be a great grandmother, and you are. So get over it.
It's all the exactly. It's all those things. But don't forget, yes, it's wonderful. And your guides, first thing they said is she's a channeler. You channel through wisdom. You channel through information. So if you sat down and meditated or opened up to that, you'd be channeling.
And just like you've always been a healer too, and just to prove that you're one of these people that, and all healers go through this, where you're just sitting there and somebody comes up to you out of the blue and tells you their entire life story, and then they download, they dump, but they need to talk to them, and so you're helping to heal them on their path.
That's exactly what happens, and that's why we talk about boundaries in association with that, because as you continue to do this, more and more people will be coming. And, you're going to have to hang the shingle out if you want and set appointments up.
And Grandma Moses didn't start painting till she was 90.
There you go. I mean, come on. This is the new 40, what our age. Maybe it's the new 30. So that's how I'm looking at it. So thanks for asking, Kath. And Tracy is asking, hi, Val and Arthur, will I attract a new job and improve my finances? Thank you.
You don't have to ask, will you? Of course you will. You're in control.
Exactly.
How do you attract this new job?
Yes.
Is before you go to bed at night, feel that you have a new job. Don't just think about it or wish it. Sense it. Feel it. Be in the moment with it. This is part of the Neville Goddard assumption. Law of assumption.
Yes.
Because what I do see is for you, end of September and October, some type of interviews or something like that coming up, and something else, you're going to have a choice of 3 things. And your finances, they're going to take care of themselves. Don't worry. The more you look at your checkbook worrying, the worse it's going to get. So when you write your checks or your bills, just say or like, we don't write checks anymore. We just do it online. So before you hit the send button, just say thank you because you got the money.
Exactly, right? And I do see the ending of, I don't know if you have a job right now while you're looking for the other one, but they're really showing the ending of that. And you are moving up. You're increasing your power and status, and you're going to get a better position. You're really in a situation where you need to use your tact and diplomacy. So that's kind of taxing on you in some way, shape, or form. But I think as you go forward, so much good fortune is coming your way for all of this, improving finances and everything going your way to really give you what you're wanting to bring forward. A new beginning, a new time to start a job is definitely coming up for you. That is definitely in your cards. That feeling of being independent, maybe even going out on your own, trying something outside of your comfort zone, because you have a lot of gifts. You're uncovering new talents that you didn't know you had in whatever area that you're going into. And you'll get more money from this. And with the deal, you're going to be in a power position coming up. So don't be afraid. You have no limitations. And why is limitation coming up? Just so you know, obstacles are not what you think they are. You can get around them. You can dissolve them. Simply choose something better for you. Go outside of the box of limitation. It is just a 3D concept. Everything is free flowing. If you see something or feel something restrictive like that, get outside of your box. Don't limit yourself.
Blow it up. Blow it up.
Blow it up. I love that.
Well, if you're looking at something through a metaphysical eyes, it's like, go away.
Yes.
It's not. It's like when people say, I'm at a crossroads, do I make a right or make a left? I'm like, I'm an Aries. I just keep on going forward. And with that,
exactly. Even if there's no path,
why forge you forge your own path, not somebody else's.
Forge your own path.
But at the same time, you seem worried and upset that it's not going to happen and you're doubting it. It's okay. But it's still going to happen.
And do it anyway. It's okay. And do it anyway. It's okay. And do your intention anyway. It's okay. Step forward and take the steps forward anyway. Anytime you have that feeling of doubt or any hesitation, step forward anyway. When you know that it's only related to your feeling like you want to stay small or you want to whatever things that we have in our childhood that we haven't,
You may
addressed.
want to try and say small, but the universe is going to have a way of
It
pushing.
it pushes it. Let's just say it will. So thank you, Tracy. I hope that resonates for you.
And everyone else.
Yes, and everyone else. And so, Roberta Newvine, I love your last name. Hello, everyone. I will be retiring at the end of this month, working for USPS for 35 years. I'm curious, what does Spirit Guide see for me after I retire? I'm looking forward to it. I see you doing tarot cards. I just saw you sitting at a table and you're doing these cards. So, whether you start a YouTube channel yourself, this is something you are definitely going to head into, and this is just the beginning. There is more. This is your toe in the door kind of thing. And I don't know if you even have any tarot or oracle cards, but I'm telling you, they gave me that vision. So whether it is that specific thing or an idea of that, you have something to offer for everyone. And yeah, it's your time to shine. It's your time to get out there. So,
First of all, the first thing they said is good. Put your feet up. Take a rest. Retirement is not death. Retirement is like graduating. But everybody keeps on saying, well, I guess it's the next chapter of my life. No, it's a new book. And approach it that way. I see also some travel coming up in front of you and just a good time. Really.
really, what? And I
reconnecting with yourself.
It's always good when you stop one thing to really give yourself time to integrate and come down into your energy and really feel yourself in a grounded way. But they're really saying that's short term. Look at all the fireworks. This education, maybe a tarot class, something like that, is going to be something that will interest you. And you're going to be drawn to it. It's going to be something that you're going to figure out you want to do. And there's some kind of reflection from a past life that this is something you already did. It's not new to you. And it's going to feel familiar. And you're going to feel relaxed doing it. And you're going to just step into it like it's a hobby, only it won't be. So it's going to illuminate everything for you, this gift you have. So I know you're going to enjoy it. But definitely, as Arthur mentioned, give yourself that downtime as you're transitioning from one thing to another. We all need to just take a breath and put our feet up, job well done, and sink into that energy and really feel who you are. Who is the new Roberta? How does she show up and what does she want to bring in?
I'm also hearing, listen, for the last 4 years, you've been saying, if I only had the time to do this.
Yes.
Guess what?
You have the time. And they're calling you forward because your guides gave me that vision of you sitting there doing tarot cards. That was straight from your guides. So thank you, Roberta, for that question. And Emily is asking, I'm moving back to Hawaii next week. I would love to know anything about going back there. What would be of assistance? A garden to grow your own food so you don't have to pay the grocery store prices. But, oh my goodness. I think it's
you're going back. So it's not like, the thing is, what I keep on hearing is you're going back, but go back through new eyes. Don't go back with any, oh my God, I hope this isn't going to be there. I hope that's not going to be there. And there's something about something negative that is all illusion. Just let it go. Easier said than done. Believe me, I choke on my halo every day. But it's the sense of moving forward and being where you're supposed to be. I really feel your spirit needs to be in that environment of the islands to grow.
Yes, I agree.
So that's why you're there.
I love that. And you know what I'm seeing for you, what they showed me when I read the question is I love what Arthur said about seeing it anew. Don't box whatever island you're going to, don't box it in like this is how it's been. It's in your memory, encased in that, because it's new. Everything's new. All the energy is new. No matter where you are, see it that way. And they're really saying, let your inner child run wild while you're there. Let yourself play. Breathe that essence of life that's there, because it is like Lemurian energies. These beautiful, beautiful, peaceful, tranquil energies are there, with just a crystalline kind of vibrancy that you can really not feel many other places on Earth. So, a reminder, you can do hard things. It's not impossible. So whatever comes up while you're there, it is something that is going to be maybe a little scary in some ways for you. That's not hard. That's just scary. Step into it anyway, because you deserve to be seen. There is something about you being seen. You're going back for many reasons. And one of the higher reasons is let yourself be known. Let yourself be known. There is something coming up for you. Have courage and take heart, because something big is shifting for you. And just let your heart guide you. This is a tremendous opportunity for you to see the value and beauty in every single thing that you come across, because this will be your way forward. And people will be attracted to you because of that energy, because of that light that you bring. It's like you are this light entering for a reason, like a portal coming there that people will seek out in some way. And just breathe it in. Practice that breath work every day, because this is you. This is your divine connection to all that is. You are that energy, and the sacred breath work will help you. You are worthy of everything, worthy of love, worthy of connection. Be seen and shine. It's your time. Thank you.
And when you mentioned inner child,
Yeah.
and when I said see things through new eyes, while you were speaking, all I kept on hearing was look at everything with a sense of wonder, like a child.
Like a child, a sense of wonder, radiant wonder everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It is just, and you will feel that, just like even when the wind hits your arm, it will feel like a warm brush of heaven. Everything, a whisper of divine source of spirit. This will be your connection. You have a huge connection with that. So it's coming alive for you. I hope that resonates for you, Emily. And we're down to the last couple of minutes.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we went through that fast. So Helen is asking, any message from my dad, Wojciech Albert, been 10 years since he passed.
I have no idea why I'm saying this, but don't forget the garden. Something about gardening is the first thing I heard.
Ooh.
It's not like he's saying to go out and garden, but it's just, I don't know if you garden with him or something about a garden, but it just said, don't forget the garden.
I love that.
And then that's all I heard. So,
and I have to say, the garden can be metaphorical in so many ways, to tend to that inner nurturing of that inner child, and those things that don't resonate with the real truth of who you are, letting those go. And I think what he's saying also is there are no mistakes in life. Everything has a divine purpose. And you may feel guilty in some ways about mishandling one thing or another in your life, not necessarily with your dad, but he doesn't want you to feel put any kind of guilt on yourself or any kind of feeling that you could have done better, because this is useless, this 3D kind of thinking. You're here to learn everything that has a divine purpose. There's another side of what you're getting from everything that happened, divine wisdom. And he's mentioning for a career that the compassionate nature that you are, you're a very good healer. This is what he's saying. And he's also telling me you're going to live a long time. So I don't know how old you are, but think of this as your third career because you are really getting the call to, they want you to slow down, take some time to really go inside and reflect on what you want to bring forward from your heart. There is more to you than you have shared with others. And they're also saying, your dad's saying, go on an adventure, take a journey, even if it's driving a car across the United States or wherever you are. It is something that will spur the creativity within you and the joy, that inner child we talked about, because that is so important to your letting the joy back in your heart, breathing in this special creative flow of the universe in that one moment, no matter where you are. See it in that childlike wonder. I love that. And Arthur, what do you have?
I still say the
Tend,
garden. I keep on seeing a garden.
tend the garden.
I keep on seeing geraniums for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I love that. It is all a journey, and everything on your journey is meant to be. And all of it is like a flower that you are watering and caring for. And everything in life is that flowering, that blooming when you give your beautiful energy to whatever it is you're doing in a very mindful way. It comes back to you and blooms. It blooms, your life blooms. I think that's really poignant, and I love that. I hope that helps you, Helen. And yeah, thank you, Coffee Girl, for the super sticker, and Lori Johnson.
Someone just said I have cucumbers, tomatoes in my garden.
Oh, good. Cindy Ellen, Angela. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so bad. For some reason, these are all at the bottom, and I see them
Oh,
now.
that's what they're doing now. They put a lot
Oh,
of
I
specific
see. I thought
products.
they would be at the top.
Mm-mm.
Um, I don't know. I'm sorry, Arthur. How do you feel about? There's just a few.
Go for it.
Okay, we
I
did
have to
Mr.
you know,
Felix. We did Mr. Felix and Moon Whisper. Do you have a message from my spirit guides? Something about astrology, Moon Whisperer. It's funny how you have moon in your title. So you are quite the astrologer. Maybe you don't know it. I don't know if it's Vedic or Western, but there is some kind of significance and maybe even numerology that you are able to put a spiritual spin on it all and weave it together so somebody actually knows what you're talking about. So there is something about that that you can delve into if you haven't already. Arthur?
I just got that there's going to be something coming up in April.
Ooh,
Sometimes we get these things that can either crush us or make us realize what's important in life.
yeah, that's true.
And what I'm getting is this is your time to rise to the occasion and shine.
Ooh, I love that.
I'm not saying specific. I'm not getting specific what it is, but it's not like there's some tragedy that you become Joan of Arc. I'm just saying that there's an opportunity to come up. Maybe it's helping people. They're not giving us, because sometimes we know too much information. We F it up.
Yeah.
So they're just saying, know that in August will be your time to shine. And as we said earlier, taking care of oneself
I love that.
is not a selfish act.
Yes,
It's selfless.
it is.
And there's a difference between pampering and loving yourself. Loving
Absolutely.
yourself so that you're there and able to help others.
And you know, I have to say, the cards that came up are quite interesting for you. Akashic Records. So in the Akashic Records, it says clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. And of course, this isn't a shameless plug, but you know, I do have
Yeah, big classes.
I have an Akashic record reading class coming up July 19th, actually. And that class, you will walk away having read people's records. And it doesn't matter if you're beginner level or not. Because this card came up, I'm really prompted to tell you about it. And next to that card is the Temple of Truth activation. Throat chakra, authenticity, and self-expression. This is all coming up for you. And anyone can read the Akashic Records, and you will know how to access them, how easy it is. And you can give readings to others and for yourself. So there is a huge opening for you to do all these things, should you so choose. So congratulations, Moon Whisperer. I hope that helps you. And thank you for your donation. And did we answer beautiful butterfly?
I didn't see a question.
Let me see if it's up here. Yeah, that's true. I don't see a question. Okay. Beautiful butterfly. If you had a question, I'm sorry I didn't. So I think this is the last one here. So Angela's asking, hi, Val and Arthur. I've been working on talking to my guides rather. How am I doing? How long does it take until I can hear them clearly with the voice? Well, you know, I am pretty old on the planet and I don't hear them with the voice. They are a thought voice in my head. Once in a while, you might hear your name called outside your ear, but your clairaudience, it's a misnomer. It's not always outside your hearing a voice. It is like telepathic communication, where you're getting a thought voice in your mind and it sounds like you, but it's nothing you would say.
It's your inner voice that when you talk to yourself, but that inner voice is not, you'll sense it's not coming from you.
Correct.
And also the clairaudient stuff, I hear songs all the time. And those are little snippets of songs.
Yeah.
And then I listen to the lyrics, like when somebody's running out of control, I'll sometimes hear, slow down, you're moving too fast.
Yeah.
So, so that
I
the
love
worst
that.
is, does he love me? All I hear is, you're stuck on Band-Aids because Band-Aids stuck on me. So yeah, he loves you. But what I'm trying to say is that everybody's looking for that booming voice in their head. It's as simple as a silent whisper.
It is.
And just being silent within your head. Not because if you're, I want to hear you, it's not going to happen.
No. And here's the thing, the ego mind is a lot louder than the still quiet voice that you hear. And the ego mind will be saying things that you don't feel too good after you hear them. But your guides and angels are like cheerleaders. They're going to say some things that are going to make you feel good. And so, they're not going to tell you what to do. They give you some hints.
Direction. Breadcrumbs.
They give you breadcrumbs.
But you have to see the breadcrumbs.
You have to get out of bed and go take the steps forward. You definitely do, because they're not going to do it for you. But you know what? I get the great central sun for you. So today is a very magnificent day for you. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Definitely tune into this solstice energy through meditation. And here it is. I am presence. That's the light you are, shining from you. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. So if these are your guides talking, they're saying, good job. Stargate Heart. Look at that beautiful card. Heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. So they're really giving you a pat on the back that you're doing fantastic, actually. And so be sure to get into meditation, open up to receive these solar light energies that are coming in right now, because it is about embodying the wholeness of who you are, that divine source energy that you are, this big opening. And some of you will go, well, I didn't feel anything big. Yeah, it's been happening all along. And by little, you've been soaking it up. And, that's probably why you don't feel this is a big boom, because you've already been absorbing and absorbing and
You've been
absorbing.
the lobster in the water.
You've been the lobster in the water. Exactly. So,
But also, just when you mentioned meditation, there is a guided meditation, Awaken Intuition.
Perfect. There isn't anyone that doesn't have the gifts. You're all born with them, and you can all use them.
It's like anyone can play piano, really, chopsticks, whatever. But are you going to end up playing at Carnegie Hall? Maybe not, but you still play the piano. Just like this. Everybody has the gifts.
Everybody has them. And when you work with them, they will develop.
It's just a muscle.
So thank you for that. And thank you for your donation, Angela. And let's see. I think that's it. Gosh, I'm just okay. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, July 12th, the Arthur and Bell, not Bell and Arthur, the Arthur and Bell Zoom.
Our Zoom event.
Our Zoom event. It's like a little club you belong to. No, it isn't a club, but it'll feel like that because you have your own special group. And seeing everyone's faces, it's pretty special.
It's better than an AA meeting, okay?
It is. So, I just want to remind you all, everything that you heard here today, there will be a meditation video and audio for you to find on Arthur Is Your Mind. I guarantee you, if you feel like you need more assistance, go there. It is a resource you will want to keep the link handy and get your ducks in a row.
And the first thing I say is gently close your eyes. I know it's a video. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Basically, the picture is either space or a lava lamp on crack. So you don't have to worry about it. Just close your eyes and put it real. And if you want, at night, just put it real soft. You barely hear it. You don't have to hear it, but your subconscious will hear it.
Yes.
And underneath each of the meditations, I put 528 hertz, the frequency. So that's a very healing, opening up your heart chakra type of thing. So,
lovely.
So yeah,
I love that. So before we sign off with your almost 50,000 subscribers, what did you have planned coming up for your live shows?
Let's see. I completely forgot the show tonight. She had to call me and wake me up. I fell asleep.
It's okay. It's happened to me before.
I'm thinking, isn't today Thursday? It's like
I have that happen all the time. I'm telling you.
Well, you get to a certain age with CRS, can't remember. Anyway, so I have my show on Sunday at 3:30 Pacific time, live. Yeah. And then I'm doing a show with Marina from Canada on Monday, just the two of us.
Excellent.
And we're not doing Aloha Tuesday because Mel's going to be in Mount Shasta.
Oh.
But I am going to do a show with Kevin Chandler for the first time on Wednesday. And then Friday is the last Friday of the month, and that's for members only.
Oh.
We do a show for members only. And then the following week, I'm taking the first week of July off.
You're taking time off? Oh my gosh. Well deserved, though. Oh my gosh. I don't know anyone who works as hard as you do. You're always, I mean, and you hold yourself to such high standards. It's like, I mean, there's got to be some Virgo in you somewhere.
Yeah, but also, and then next Thursday of next week, I'm also back in the studio recording the stuff I've been writing.
Oh, wow.
And then within 2 weeks, I'll get the video and everything up. So
Wow. Wow. You're really amazing. You're definitely an overachiever.
no, my guys are.
Your guys
Look, I tell everybody, look, my friend was saying, well, it takes a village. I said, I know, and here's the idiot. It's the
they're
guys.
all saying it, and you're the puppet. Now, what do you want?
Guys that make me look smart, Come on.
That's hilarious.
But no,
Well, everyone,
what about you? What do you have coming up?
I just have actually, you know what? I do have something coming up. I have Dr. Gale on my channel on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And also, there's a Shine Your Light event on the 28th. So look forward to that, everyone, because the Shine Your Light event that Marina hosts is very important, and it sends us energy. We get together and send this beautiful energy around the world, and just your intention of that creates ripples that you can't even imagine. It's making a huge difference, and that's what I got so far. But go check out dragonflycrystals.store. Plenty of classes lined up. Psychic mediumship is coming after the Akashic Record class. And I've got manifesting back up on the schedule. And our meditation class. And it's foundational. It's not your mama's old meditation. You actually talk to your guides and angels in this meditation class. So
when I first started learning meditation, I'm like sitting there going, is it okay if I just medicate instead?
Meditate.
Which will get me there faster.
Oh, that's funny. As always, such a pleasure, Arthur. Arthur, Ease Your Mind. Thank you so much for being here. You're always a joy to work with, and I totally enjoy it so much.
I do too. And I hope everybody else does.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope
it's a little silly too. So, because we can't go through life all gloom and doom.
Yeah.
Oh, we can, but it's why?
Yeah, why? So it is your choice. So thank you all, and wishing you a wonderful week and a wonderful solstice. Get in there and suck that energy up. Open up for it. And let it flow in.
Does this mean I have to get all my crystals and put them out in the moonlight? No, just kidding.
Thank you all for being with us, and we're going to say good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.